I thought I'd make a video today about something that, through doing readings with horses, I have found to be very important. I've always thought they were important myself, but horses have verified this for sure, and that is names. What a horse's name is matters to most of them. I did a reading for a friend, and she had gotten a Arabian gelding. He's a lovely horse. He was 20 at a rescue, and his name was Buddy. And he was kind of bitter. He had been passed around, and he said humans never pay attention to who you are. They don't really know you, and then they call you Buddy when they don't even know you. He was so bitter about that simple but important fact for him. So anyway, she ended up changing his name. And I get this a lot in readings, and I know that when I first got Chant here, I already had Mystic, and when I got Mystic she was at a rescue, they were calling her Misty, and I thought, I don't know about Misty, but I was going to name her Mystique, and then it went to Mystic, and it just suits her really well. She's very introspective, old, wise horse. And then when I got Chant, at the rescue, they were calling her name was Matilda. They were calling her Maddie, and I'm thinking, now Matilda's not going to cut it for me. She's so beautiful, and she was so brave. That was the thing that that impacted me when I knew her at the rescue. They had a kids party at the facility, and they had crepe papers hanging from the trees and arches and all that. And the second time I met her, I just went there to kind of help out with this rescue group she had just gotten in. And Chant walked through everything, and she wasn't used to anything like that. She went in. But she was so brave. I was so impressed by her bravery. Turns out Matilda is something like powerful warrior. So that would be a very brave horse. The owner did see that in her. She wants me to rub between her legs. So anyway, I brought her home, and I didn't have a name for her for 3 weeks. I tried everything. I picked all these beautiful names out, like Aluria or Sonnet, Lyric, all kinds of Arabic names that meant beautiful and brave. And my favorite name was Courage, K-O-U-R-A-J, which is Haitian Creole, and it means courage. And I just liked the sound of it, and I thought I could name her like Belle Courage, Pretty Courage, or Bright Courage, something like that. And I tried really hard to make that name stick, and it didn't stick. And I had her at my house for about 3 weeks by herself. Mystic was still at my friend's house because she has a bigger horse property, and I just wanted to get to know Chant. So I ended up just bringing Mystic home after 3 weeks so they could meet. And I saw them in the pasture together, and it's a picture that I use a lot on my social media. It's the two horses side by side the first day they met, and they were completely synchronized in their movements. There was never a tail switch or an ear pin, nothing. They were completely harmonious from the day that they met. Now it's a little different. Chant is the total boss of Mystic, and Mystic agrees. But I just looked at it and went, oh, she wants a mystical name too. That's why none of those other names stuck, even though I really tried to get it to stick. So it was that day that she became Enchantress, and it just stuck right away. So keep in mind that names matter to your horses. Like I said, I hear it a lot in readings, and a lot of horses find a lot of names insulting if they aren't names that represent who they are. So just something to think about. And even like when I get a new animal, if it came with a name, I don't care. If the name doesn't fit, I don't keep it. When I got my cat, she came with the name Ash. She's a gray Manx, and I just thought, Ash, I don't know. She's just kind of different. So I had her for almost 3 weeks, and I thought of everything: Astara, Smoke, everything I could think of to change her name with something that would align with her, and nothing would stick. So I sat down one day, and she walked in and sat in front of me, and it's like I saw a piece of paper with the word fairy written on it. I was like, fairy it is. So give some consideration when you name your animals as to who they are in their essence, how they see themselves. And it doesn't really matter so much if we agree with how they see themselves. But names are important. I mean, in therapy, human therapy, psychotherapy, and healing therapy talks a lot about it, how that names affect people and why they change their names. So I'm Delea with True North Equestrians. Thanks for joining me on this video about names.